Now, when it comes to print on demand, the biggest change that has happened in the last couple of years is an increase in competition because artificial intelligence has made the business model a lot easier. So with that being said, to show you what this looks like, when you come over to Amazon, which is the largest print on demand platform out there, and you type in any niche, so let's type in camping t-shirt, you're simply going to see that this niche is filled with a lot of other people selling in it. So what that means for you, if you are just getting into print on demand, or me having grown a print on demand business for years now, if you still want to get sales in print on demand on the designs that you are just uploading, you have to find sub niches within overall niches. So what I'm about to show you is how to find the hidden sub niches within all of the big niches that are super competitive. And then I'm going to take it even one step further and show you how to find out exactly which designs are selling the most in that sub niche, and you can see everything about their listing, the design, the description, the title, everything you need to find out who is making the sales in that sub niche. So without further ado, let's switch back over to the computer and I will walk you through exactly how to do this. All right, so like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years now, so I've done it just about every which way that you can imagine. When I initially started, I was literally coming up with ideas, searching them on Amazon with t-shirt after them, and then going through the results and trying to see how many direct matches there were that matched what I typed in. If Amazon does not have a direct match of what you typed in, they're going to give you similar things. However, you could spot the sub niches because if you typed in something very specific and the results were more general and they didn't match what you typed in specifically, you would know that that was a sub niche with low competition. Over the years, Amazon has just had so many results. So for this camping t-shirt search on its own, it has over 20,000 results. So this process now takes so much time to do. I simply don't recommend it because there are much easier ways to do it now. So with that said, from a lot of trial and error here, what I've learned to do is just find a really good research tool specifically for print on demand, and it will tell you all of the information that would take you hours to do your own research, and it will tell you it in just a couple minutes, and it's going to give you the data to back it up so you know that it's actually factual. So the specific tool that I use and I like the best, and I have used a ton of different print on demand tools out there, is called Merch Informer. Now you have likely seen this in my other videos because it's a tool that I use for many different parts of my print on demand process. However, if this is your first time seeing it, this is a tool that only costs a couple dollars a month. Let's look at their pricing real quick if you are new to this. Their newbie plan is $9.99 a month. Their professional plan, which gives you a couple extra features and it gives you a higher volume of things you can search, is $19.99 a month. Now for what we are doing in this tutorial, all you need is the newbie plan here. And then two really important things. I have a 20% off coupon. I will put the link to it down in the description. That will bring us down to about $8 per month. And then lastly, no matter what plan you want to do with Merch Informer, they do have a 3-day free trial. So literally you can start a free trial here and you can do all of what we're going to do in this video for 3 full days, gather a bunch of information. And then if you decide to continue, you can choose to do that. But I will say that this is a tool that I have had access to for years now consistently. It's simply just a foundational tool for my process in print on demand. So with that said, let me get logged in real quick and then I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so once you are logged into Merch Informer, all of the tools are all down the left side. All of these kind of categories open up into multiple different tools. A lot of these I use throughout my process. By the way, for my full print on demand tutorial that walks you through every part of the process from you want to start print on demand to actually getting your first sales, I will put a link to that down in the description. It's a video here on YouTube, so it's totally free to watch, but it's going to walk you through the entire process, whereas this video is going to be very specific on finding sub niches and finding out what is selling in those niches. So with that being said, for this video specifically, there are 2 of the Merch Informer tools that we are going to be using. The first one is the keyword finder. So let's just click on that and open it up. Now, this is what I love about having a tool like this. All you have to do is type in a niche idea. You don't even have to type in a sub niche, just an overall niche. And then all you do is click search and it will break that overall niche down into all of the profitable sub niches for you. So for example, here, I'm going to type in teacher. Now, all you do is hit search here, give this a second to load, and it's literally going to expand the entire overall niche of teacher down into all of the profitable sub niches. Now, specifically what you're going to be looking for is really this column on the left here, and then this column with the color in it. Starting with the column on the left here, this is going to give you the keyword phrase, or basically the sub niche, and then over on the right is going to tell you how competitive that sub niche is. So what we are looking for is the green over here, which says it is low competition, meaning there are not many other sellers in in that sub niche. And then coming back over to the phrase, what we are looking for is a phrase that makes sense as a sub niche. Now, for those of them that don't make sense as a sub niche, like this, for example, teacher, 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 that is a combination of keywords in other listings that are getting a lot of search, but not many other people are using because it says low competition. However, with that being said, that's not going to tell us a sub niche that we can create designs in. It's just going to tell us good keywords we could put in our listing. So what you want to do is go through these results here and just find what makes sense as a sub niche that you could create designs on and what also has low competition. So as you're looking through here, teacher, teacher, these are all don't make sense as a sub niche, but this teacher, the overall niche of teacher, has low competition. So that's a perfect niche that you can go into. However, that doesn't happen every time. And what I would still recommend doing is going even deeper than that. And that way you're going to get really good shirts out there in sub niches that are very low competition. So as I keep scrolling through here, let's see if we can find some other ones. We've got mom teacher, low competition, that's specific. Sports teacher, low competition, that is specific. Theater teacher, low competition. I think that is a perfect one right here. Now, although there were multiple that you absolutely could have used just here, the one I'm going to use for this example is theater teacher. So I'm just going to copy this, right click and copy. And then I'm going to use the next tool in Merch Informer. I'm going to go to product research and then I'm going to go to products search. And this is where I'm going to paste that. So right click and paste. And then I'm going to leave this on US Marketplace and Merch by Amazon Shirts and click search. And then literally you can scroll down here and you can see this is the #1 selling design in that sub niche. This is the #2 best selling design in that niche, third, and it keeps going down. The way that you can tell that is by the estimated sales right here, according to the best seller rank. So this is estimated to sell 24 times per month. That's almost selling 1 shirt per day. This next one about 12 times per month. But now as a print-on-demand seller coming into this sub niche, which you already know is a good place to be, you know what style of designs are currently selling the best. So when you go to your design software and you go to create designs, obviously it goes without saying don't copy this design, but if you create something similar to that design, you already know that there's an audience actively purchasing that kind of design. Now, as if it doesn't get any better, and at this point it starts to feel like having a really good tool like this is so worth it because you can see exactly what their title is, so you can see what keywords they're using in their title, you can see what their price is, and you can see all of the keywords and the description that they have put throughout their listing. All you have to do is hit show here and you have all of the information from their listing without even having to go to Amazon and find it. So guys, hopefully seeing how to do this really helps you in your print-on-demand business. As I mentioned before, the full print-on-demand tutorial, I'll put a link to that down in the description. So guys, as always, if you have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video.